Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
We're going to show you today how to do push-ups no matter how weak you are. Now, we're not saying anything about that you're not strong, but we're just saying you might be weak at push-ups.
Right. It's
you
just
don't
it's
do 'em.
one of those things that you haven't done. You want to get into it, and you want to learn an appropriate way so you do them properly, and you don't get real sore.
I think push-ups are good. They translate to real life in that you're doing pushing activities and you want to increase the strength. They also really work on your core.
If
quite
you,
well.
yep, with good form and good posture, that core is working.
So that the thing is, what Brad just mentioned there, you want to first concentrate on form. So for all these things, we want to make sure you have your elbows in, not like this, because a lot of people have them like this. You want to have the forearms level. And what that means is when you're on the floor, this forearm should actually be totally level. If it's
Vertical, we'll call vertical.
vertical,
Yeah.
it's at a right angle to your body.
Right.
Perpendicular.
You could say plumb
There we go.
if you're a carpenter.
Sure. And then you also have your butt and back all in straight.
We're
board.
going to show you all this.
Yeah.
It'll make perfect sense.
So for many of you, if you're very weak, you're going to start with the wall. Brad, do you
Sure.
want to start on the wall?
So wall push-ups, or, I've done this a lot with people after a shoulder injury. So you're going to bring your hands straight out from your shoulders, but probably drop it down a little bit to be in compliance with the form we talked about. And just simply work it like
Yeah,
this.
You should be even a little lower, Brad.
My wrists don't have the flexibility.
Sorry
So I
about
have to, yeah, so if your wrists, like mine, do not extend back to
Right.
keep good form, gets
But
more
we're trying to
difficult.
get this forearm somewhat level.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
Or right angle.
That's according to, well, I've learned it from Kelly Starrett, but
Yeah.
evidently a lot of people
A
are.
lot of people believe that.
Yep.
So you want to start off, and now the thing is you're really working on a form, and the other thing is that there's a couple ways to think about strengthening. One is you overload the muscles and you hypertrophy them, and they grow that way. The other way is you're trying to train the nervous system. So if you're doing lots of repetitions throughout the day, really low reps. So let's say, for example, instead of doing 10 reps against the wall right now, you might only do 2 or 3, but you do it throughout the day.
Sure.
Every couple hours or something like that.
Right. So it's a lower intensity, lower repetition.
But you're training the nerves. And
Plus, you're working on form, too,
Right.
especially as a beginner.
so there's 2 ways you can go at it. One, you could do it where you try to do them all at once, or you can spread it out through the day.
In other words, if you max out at 27 and that's as many as you can possibly do, you're going to cut that at least in half or even less than that.
So once you get, like, you got good form and you're really ripping off a lot of repetitions, you can then move to the bed, or you could possibly do kneeling. Either one is about the same, wouldn't you say?
So what you're saying, not
Let's-
do push-ups on the bed. We're saying you're all
On
right,
the edge of the bed.
or the
a
cupboard.
counter.
Yep,
Yeah.
countertop.
You
So
want to bring it towards you, Brad? or-
yep. So he's talking about this. You wanna?
Yeah, I'll
you wanna
it.
do them?
Yep. So gonna go right to there. I'm keeping my elbows in, and I'm keeping my forearm at somewhat a right angle. Am I okay?
Go ahead and hold it on. So yeah, it's kind of hard to do on a cupboard or a countertop, but he's doing a nice job here.
And I'm keeping my back and buttocks straight.
All right, all in line, which is it's hard to know that unless you have someone showing you, or you have a mirror,
Right.
or you take a video of yourself.
Exactly. And it's not like people don't have videos on their cameras. They can pretty easy to do now. So
Well, it's hard to do a selfie when you're doing push-ups.
that's true. That's true.
Whatever, stick it on. There's all kinds of options.
So, alternative to that is to actually do push-ups from a kneeling position.
So we're progressing from the wall to the bed or the
I'm tripping
countertop.
here. There we go. So now we're going to start in the kneel position. You can cross your legs if you want. And I'm going to keep everything straight. The elbows are in. And I'm going to start going like this. Now, if these are too hard to go down and back up again, you can do eccentric, where you work on the way down, and then on the way up, you actually just bring your leg back like this. So you're working the muscles on the way down, eccentric. Oh, I'm sorry, on my knees, eccentric. And then on the way up, you can actually just use your entire body to help you way up.
So you're not doing a push-up on the way up.
Right.
We're just trying to
You're
get
not
back
going up like that.
I find eccentrics with push-ups, I'm not a big fan of it because it
You're doing
ruins
some
your
work.
form.
Yeah.
I like the idea of using the ball.
Sure.
You want to show?
Sure.
A squishy ball, 6 or 8 inches in diameter.
Yep. So I can again do from the kneeling position here. I'm going to get my arms in place, and I'll go down like this, and it's really easy to do these. Gives you a lot of assistance.
Okay, straight, butt down.
Oh,
there we
butt
go.
down.
Yep. So now that's hitting your stomach. What if we roll it up and it hits you in the chest? Is that
A little harder.
a little bit harder? So you
Yep.
can vary that by where you place the ball to make it more easier or challenging.
Boy, I feel strong.
Strong like bull, Bob.
I got the right T-shirt on today.
I really like this ball technique. I might play with that at home a little bit.
All right. Finally, you're eventually going to get to the full push-up. I wonder how mine looks now, Brad.
Yeah, well,
I've had bad form on this before.
yeah, a couple of years ago.
Am I doing better?
Yes. So if you look at his form, it stays almost perfectly vertical throughout the whole thing, and the elbows need to stay in by the ribs and not out to the side.
I'm trying to save a little bit of strength for this last one, Brad.
So after you do these and you get up to 30, 40, 50, whatever your personal goal
Yeah,
is.
if you're an animal and you want to start increasing your push-ups,
Yep.
one
Yeah.
thing you can do is weighted push-ups. You can get a backpack and put some weight in it,
Right.
like books. Or they actually make some bags like this that you can put sand in it. And I think that's got 50 pounds.
I do want to say if you have some 3 or 4-year-old children around, you can have them jump on your back like they're riding a
There you
horse.
go.
I've done that with my grandchildren, but it's hard to get them to stay.
All right, why don't you put the bag on me, Brad?
Now, this would be for the people who are probably in the younger crowd or the male who has wants to be the real
big ego?
Yeah, and show off to their spouseling, their
Oh.
wife, or the kids.
I think that's 75 pounds.
Yeah, just go ahead and do it. Ah! Oh my God! Bob. Come on, Bob, one more. Cardiac problem. We don't want to get the
Yes.
call. We don't want to call 911.
All right. Give it a
That-
try, and you can become strong, too.
Boy, that was one for the Gipper.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I'm all
he,
red.
He went all out for you. So one thing I do want to mention before we go is what's our giveaway?
We don't know.
We don't.
future
Oh, it's
video.
a future video.
Right.
Well, in that case, be careful in everything that you do.
All right, thanks
Be
for watching.
careful.